What's up, YouTube? It's been a long time. Still living in Orlando. Still out here grinding as always. Trying to start up, these businesses, trying to expand on these businesses, etc. So I'm still grinding. I'm still doing, what I need to do. Anyway, the reason why, look at this truck. Oh my goodness. The reason why I'm making this video is because, lately I've been watching on YouTube, kind of some of these big YouTubers, getting fines, they're getting, their reputation tarnished. I won't mention any names, but I mean, if you search, you go on YouTube, you can kind of see, you can Google it. I mean, I think this is bad overall for YouTube in general, because what it's going to start to do is going to be a trickle-down effect where it's going to start to really leave a bad taste in people's mouth and say, well, now, I can't trust in any YouTubers, right? I'm up here making this video, look at that, right? And a lot of people are going to be saying, well, I can't trust none of these YouTubers. And I wouldn't tell your average person to say, hey, I can't trust any YouTuber. You just got to try to use common sense as best as possible when it comes to, people telling you things, people trying to sell you on things. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's giving you expert advice and they're not an expert in that field, I can tell you right now, I probably wouldn't trust that information. And I'm up here making videos. So I just want to speak something right now, because you see a lot of it, and a lot of this stuff is coming out, and it's very similar to what happened, I guess, in 2008, where, as the economy tanks, people need someone to blame, and then the things start to come out. Oh, this person was doing that was they did yada yada yada, right? But anyway, I want to try to stay on topic. I'm bad at staying on topic. But I really want to talk about how some of these big YouTubers are now basically being called scammers. And if you look at a lot of what they've been doing, a lot of their videos, one can make the argument that these guys are indeed scammers. And this is why, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, just probably like anybody else. But this is why I have almost like that sixth sense, right? Where I can kind of tell someone's bullshitting. I'm from New York. Maybe that's where I got that sixth sense from. A lot of time New Yorkers are, especially if you're born and raised, or if you've lived there for multiple years, you can then start to get an understanding of people's bullshit. You can tell when someone's bullshitting you. And you can say, well, not trusting in that person. So there's a lot of guys, again, I'm not going to mention names, you guys can Google these things. There's a lot of guys and girls where I only need to watch like 10 minutes of their video and go, yeah, they're bullshitters. Because these people simply only want to get a reaction. Listen, if they're, I put it like this, and I don't know why a lot of people watch their videos and, huge fans of them, subscribers, all that, right? If someone's front picture on their YouTube video is something like that, where they're doing this extraordinary expressions, because, you go to acting school, they'll teach you how to do face expressions, I can tell you that. But when people have to do those kind of expressions to get you to essentially watch, or subscribe to their videos, probably someone you don't want to watch. Because simply, these people don't care about you. They care about the money. They're willing to sell you out for the money. They don't have what I'm going to call a moral compass. Okay? They don't have a moral compass. Right? They're not going to care about your average person. It's the same thing with some of the government officials, where they're literally tanking the economy purposely. They actually came out and said it. These guys guys don't care about the average Joe. They don't care. They don't really have a moral compass. They'll tell you they do, but they really don't. I don't want to categorize that and say all rich people are like that. No. You know, some of us made it up. I'm not gonna say I'm rich, but you know, some people had to claw and get their way out of the certain circumstances to be where they are, whether they're wealthy or not. You know, so not all rich people are like that, but you can definitely see some of these people who are like that, and these guys don't have a moral compass. They'll show you anything. They'll show you bullshit, whatever keeps their pockets laced. They'll do whatever it takes, essentially. You know, and that's maybe the problem with our system in general. You know, I know I've been hearing a lot of talk lately about kind of the system that America works off, and how there's probably way too many flaws now in today's world, you know, than there ever been ever. You know, there was always flaws in the system, but I think in today's world there's just way too many, and something is about to happen over the next couple of years. I don't know what that is, but you can sense. Any average person, any person who's watching this video, you can sense something is changing. We're right now in a transition phase, and you know, you see a lot of people becoming wealthy, and you see a lot of people becoming poor. And I mean poor, like down there, way down there. You know, they're getting left behind. And this is something that I preached to, you know, my peers some years ago. I said, don't be stuck doing the same thing. You know, it's nothing wrong with working a 9-to-5 job, but let me tell you, the way the world is, even in the last 5 years, you work a 9-to-5 job, you will be one of the very poor people. Very poor. Not like just making it, head above water, so-called middle class. No. You're gonna have a job that pays you $45, $50K a year and be dirt poor. Like, how's that even possible? I'm telling you, it's happening, and you're seeing it. What inflation is doing, essentially, it's obviously it's going down, but it's not going to go back down to the levels where we're all accustomed to. No, I think it's like every 3, 4, or maybe 5 years, over that span of time, prices start to change and level out. You actually don't even notice it because it creeps up very slow. What inflation did was speed it up, and then what's going to happen is it's going to come back down. So basically, if we're used to 0%, I'm going to use a 0 to 100 scale. We're used to 0%. What inflation did was shoot it all the way up to 100%. Okay, and I'm going to explain this. And basically, where we're going to be at is we're going to creep down to like 75%, and that will become the new norm. So what I mean by that is gas here in Florida was $2. Okay. Gas went up in Florida to $4.50, I think was the highest, $4.60. Here in Orlando, I can't speak for all of Florida. We're here in Orlando. It was $4.60, I think was the highest. Okay, gas has come down now to about $3.30. And let me tell you, it's been about $3.30 for about a month or two. It's been hovering in that range of $3.30. Sometimes it goes up $3.50. Then it comes back down, $3.39. Then it goes down, $3.19. Then it goes back up, $3.29. It's been hovering, which means these are going to become the new norms, where gas in Florida is going to be slightly above $3. Here in Orlando, I can't speak for Miami, you know, or other areas. Other areas it's lower in Florida, like North Florida. It's like 50 cents lower. It's quite nice. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to use that as an example to kind of show you guys, this will be the new norm. Which means what? Which means rents everywhere will be on average of like $1,500. I mean,